a man called the police. He said his wife had gone missing. She is 8 months pregnant. He said she went out to walk the dog and didn't come back. The police asked him where he was that day. He replied, "I went fishing. Alone. On Christmas Day." 4 months later, the bodies of Laci Peterson and her unborn son washed ashore on San Francisco Bay. Right where Scott Peterson said he was fishing. This is the story of that man. And about a DNA clue in 2026 that could turn everything upside down. Scott Lee Peterson was born in 1972 in San Diego, California. Handsome, charming, successful. He studied hotel management at Cal Poly University. There he met Laci Rocha. Laci, everyone loves her, always smiling, always caring towards others. In 1997, Scott and Laci got married. They moved to Modesto, California, bought a house. Raising dogs. In late 2002, Laci was 8 months pregnant. They named their son Connor. From the outside, this is the perfect family. But Scott Peterson is hiding a secret. While Laci was pregnant, Scott was having an extramarital affair with Amber Frey. He told Amber that he was single, that he had no family. Amber Frey knew nothing about Laci, nothing about the unborn child.
Because Scott and Laci Peterson seemed like the perfect couple, a storybook romance.
Many people have described Scott and Laci as the all-American perfect couple. Scott Peterson was a fertilizer salesman at the time that this all happened. He radiated charm. He was this handsome man who was educated, who had, a good career. Part was a school teacher, and by all accounts, everybody who knew Laci described her as this bubbly, caring, social, fun-loving person. And she was expecting, and you could almost feel the community, the neighborhood they lived in, they were rooting for them.
Laci Peterson is 8 months pregnant, and she is still missing tonight.
Modesto police say 27-year-old Laci Peterson was last seen walking her dog in a neighborhood park on Christmas Eve.
Police admit they are no closer to finding Laci Peterson than they were on Christmas Eve, the day she vanished.
The day before Christmas Eve, the last time anybody is heard or seen.
From day one, the Modesto police didn't believe Scott Peterson. They didn't say it to him. They smiled. They called to check on him. They treated him like a victim. But behind the scenes, they started monitoring him 24/7. Plain uniformed police cars parked outside his house. Another surveillance team followed him everywhere, and what they saw made them more suspicious than ever. Instead of staying home waiting for news of his wife, Scott Peterson drove to the office, slept, eaten alone at restaurants. Once, the undercover agents followed him to a golf course. Scott Peterson was playing golf while his wife was still missing. The police recorded everything, and they also discovered this. He frequently drove to Berkeley Marina alone. No fishing rod, no bait box, just standing looking down at the water as if checking something. December 26th, police obtained a search warrant for Peterson's home, and what they found painted a clearer picture. In the garage, a large sack containing soil and cement, recently used. In the shed, concrete formwork and dried cement residue on the floor. On the laptop, search history of San Francisco Bay tidal currents. Time, the week before Christmas. And in the bedroom, police found Laci Peterson's hair wrapped around a pair of pliers. The pliers were later found on the boat. Scott Peterson didn't know that. When investigators called to ask about the pliers, he said he had never brought them on the boat. The Scott Peterson trial was one of the most watched trials in American history. Court TV broadcasted live every day. Millions watched. Outside the Redwood City Courthouse, people gathered daily. Some held signs that read, "Justice for Laci." Some held signs that read, "Free Scott." But this is something few people mention. Throughout the trial, Scott Peterson constantly smiled and talked to the female jurors. He sent a handwritten letter to one of the jurors. She was later disqualified. Prosecutor Rick Stanislaus said something to the jury that everyone still remembers. Laci Peterson never had the chance to tell you what happened to her, but the evidence can. The jury deliberated for 7 days. 7 days to decide Scott Peterson's life. Legally speaking, this is the first case in California where a person is tried for 2 counts of murder, even though one of the victims was unborn. Connor Peterson, Scott and Laci's son, never set foot on this earth. But California law, Laci and Connor's law, passed in 2004, says that doesn't matter. An unborn child is still a human being, still deserves protection. Scott Peterson was convicted of murdering 2 people, Laci Peterson and Connor Peterson.
My daughter's been missing since this morning. She's 8 months pregnant.
The FBI is now joining the search for a missing California woman who is 8 months pregnant.
Her husband reported her missing after he returned from a fishing trip, a trip he took by himself.
Please bring our daughter home. You know in your gut that something bad has happened.
Are you in any way connected to Laci's disappearance?
I had nothing to do with Laci's disappearance.
2 bodies found in Richmond, California.
Laci and her unborn child did not deserve to die.
Scott Peterson was arrested for the murder of his wife.
Scott Peterson drove to Berkeley Marina. About 90 miles from home. He said he was going fishing alone on Christmas Day. He called his mother-in-law, Sharon Rocha. He asked, "Is Laci at your house?" Sharon Rocha later recounted that there was something in his voice that sent shivers down her spine. Not genuine anxiety, rather a performance of anxiety. Modesto police arrived at Peterson's home at 10 p.m. They noticed immediately Scott Peterson, no tears, no panic, calm, as if this were a routine. The entire city of Modesto poured into the streets to search. Hundreds of volunteers were involved. Flyers were plastered everywhere. Have you seen Laci Peterson? Scott Peterson participated in several search operations, but he usually stood alone, looking at his phone and not talking to anyone. 6 days after Laci disappeared, Amber Frey walked into the Modesto police station and told them everything she knew. The police asked her to continue calling Scott Peterson and record the calls. While the entire nation was praying for Laci Peterson to be found alive, her husband was on the phone with his mistress. I have lost my wife. Laci Peterson has not yet been found. She has not been declared dead. But Scott Peterson told his lover, I have lost my wife.
Of why you told me you'd lost your wife and this was the first holidays you'd spend without her? That was December 9th. You told me this, and now all of a sudden your wife's missing? Are you kidding me?
A pedestrian discovered the headless body of a newborn baby washed ashore at Point Isabel. The following day, the body of a woman was found. That's Laci Peterson and Connor Peterson, her unborn son. Found right in San Francisco Bay, where Scott Peterson said he was fishing on December 24th. That same day, police arrested Scott Peterson in San Diego. He was in possession of $15,000 in cash. His hair is dyed blonde. He's preparing to run away. The trial began in June 2004.
Those scenes were filmed. Everybody wanted to see this unfold.
I sat in on the trial and watched it day after day, and you saw a man completely dispassionate, disassociated seemingly from everything that was going on around him.
The prosecutor had no direct evidence, no witnesses, no video, no weapon. 6 weeks before Christmas, Scott Peterson started searching for a boat online. He bought a 14-foot aluminum boat without telling Laci. But it was strange. People don't need 14-foot boats to fish in Berkeley Marina. That bay is too shallow, too dangerous for small boats in the winter. Police searched the boat and found 5 homemade cement anchors in Peterson's shed. Only one remained. The other 4 were gone. 4 cement anchors, enough to sink 2 bodies. And hidden deep within the pliers on the boat, police found a strand of hair. The DNA matched Laci Peterson. December 31st, 2002, New Year's Eve. Hundreds of people were holding candles in Modesto Park. They were praying for Laci Peterson's return. Scott Peterson was in that crowd, and while people were praying, he called Amber Frey. He told Amber that he was in Paris, that he was watching fireworks light up the sky over the Eiffel Tower. Amber heard the crowd cheering behind her. She thought it was French. It was the sound of people praying for his wife. While the whole city was searching for Laci, Scott Peterson wasn't sitting idly by. He sold Laci's car, a silver Land Rover. While she was still missing, he called a real estate agent. He asked them to appraise the house for sale. He contacted Laci's life insurance company. And in a photo taken at an event, he's smiling. 8:30 a.m. Neighbor Karen Service saw the Petersons' dog, Mackenzie, wandering alone down the street. The leash was still on. Laci wasn't there. 9:30 a.m., Scott Peterson left the house. He said he was going fishing. Here's the crucial point. If Laci was alive at 9:30 a.m., who let the dog out? Why was the dog wandering around with a leash on? December 9th, 2002, 2 weeks before Christmas. Laci Peterson was still alive, well, and 7 months pregnant. In a phone call with Amber Frey, Scott Peterson said something Amber would never forget. "This is my first holiday without my wife." Laci Peterson was still alive, still walking around their house, still preparing for Christmas. But in Scott Peterson's mind, she was dead. During the sentencing phase, Sharon Rocha, Laci's mother, stepped up to the podium. She looked Scott Peterson straight in the face and said, "I want to ask my son-in-law, why? Why didn't you come to me and say you didn't want this marriage anymore? Why didn't you divorce? Why did you have to kill my daughter?" In 2024, for the first time in 20 years, Scott Peterson appeared in court via video call. He looked different, gray hair, older, but he still maintained his innocence. The Innocence Project argued that there was another perpetrator, an intruder who broke into Peterson's home that morning. The piece of tape found at the scene was never DNA tested until now. Body found in the exact spot where he was fishing. Adultery, lying to his lover, preparing to flee when caught. "I've lost my wife," before she was declared dead. Secretly bought a boat a few weeks earlier. November 12, 2004. The jury found Scott Peterson guilty. Connor Peterson's grandparents were sitting in the front row. They were crying. This is the part that people don't know. In 2020, the California Supreme Court overturned Scott Peterson's death sentence, but upheld the original conviction guilty.